Here we go. And we're going live. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Teacher Casey, and I am here with Jillian. Hey, Jillian, how you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Good. So, how was your morning?
It was good. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
I taught a couple of classes, and now I'm just checking in with teachers and doing the other things.
Yeah. How many classes did you have this morning?
I only had two classes this morning.
Okay. Yeah, I had 4 today. I had 2 regulars and 2 substitute classes, and they all showed. So
yeah, usually I teach. My big hours are usually like 1 to 3 is usually like my teaching hours during the week. Sometimes I usually teach a class at like 9 o'clock, and I did teach. I started opening my Beijing time availability on some days, so I did teach at 6 o'clock today. So, but I'm trying not to do too many Beijing time classes because I just have so many other projects that I'm working on.
Right.
But I like to do it just so that I stay in that environment and kind of keep up on what's going on, I guess. And stay with it.
So let's welcome everybody here. Hey guys, thanks for coming. If you're here, let us know where you're listening in from. If you're a team replay like I am on most friends' videos, type in the chat replay or team replay. That's what I do. So we'd love to know where you're tuning in from and what are your thoughts on all that we have to talk about today. So we're going to get started because we have quite a bit. Jillian's got quite a few projects going. So what should we talk about first? I think, why don't we talk about connecting the ESL teachers and parents and students, because I find that really interesting. Okay. What are you doing? How did you get into all this?
Oh, it was a complete accident. Like, this was not something that I intended to step into. It's not something that I was like, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to connect like all 100,000 teachers with all the parents that are out there. Like, this is like, woo, let's do it. Like, that's not something that I had intended on doing. Right. I saw that there were a couple of parents that were looking for teachers, and I was like, well, I can help with that. Like, I have access to Facebook and like other services that they might not have access to. And like, I was like, I'll help. So I started a group on WeChat, and I added a couple of parents to the group. And I said, if you guys are looking for a teacher, just let me know. I'll, look them up on Facebook. See, however, I've got a YouTube channel. I can probably, get the information. I've got a little bit of a following there, and I can probably get information out there. I've got a Facebook group, and I'm in all the other Facebook groups too. And like, I can probably help you find some of these teachers. And as you are all very well aware, or you should be if you're in the ESL community, the Chinese ESL community anyways, word of mouth is huge in China. Yeah. So in WeChat, you can only have a group of 500 people. It's like, if you're familiar with Palefish, like how the group chats are in Palefish, or if you're familiar with group chats, those really annoying group chats, you know that, that's how WeChat is. And you can only have 500 people. So that group, like, parents would invite other parents. So I'm looking for this teacher and I'm looking for this teacher. And they'd invite their parents or their friends into the group. And then one group filled, and I'd have to start another one. And sorry, I have to get in a puppy. They're chasing each other everywhere. And then another group would fill, and then another group would fill, and then another group would fill. And then parents would be like, oh, can you open another one? And then a parent would come over to me like, hey, I started this group, but I don't want to admin it anymore. Can you take it over? And pretty soon I have like literally like 2,000 messages on WeChat that I'm going through. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this is insane. Right. It started with just like a handful of teachers. And then like every time a company closes or every time something new happens, I would like be thrown into it. I'm working directly with a lot of the parents as well, helping them match their students into pairs, because that's almost impossible to do right now without these big companies. Like the students that take group classes, it's really, really hard for them to find a partner. So I'm working on that too. I'm like in the parents only groups and working with them and like seeing how everything is going on. So it's kind of a cool situation to be in, but it literally started helping a couple of people, posting them on like albums in my Facebook group. Just posting them in different groups and everything. And now it's literally a spreadsheet with hundreds of teachers on it and like thousands of parents.
And it's not like you're getting paid for this. You just started trying to help some people and
No, actually, no, I'm not getting paid. And it was, I don't know exactly what happened. So I honestly, I did it. I have a hard time saying no to helping people. Like
Yeah.
that's
I know how that is.
one of my really, really big faults. I have a really hard time saying no. If somebody wants my help, I'm going to help them. And, you know, especially if they're going through something like this, where they're disconnected from it. And
Right.
it's like all the teachers are a lot of the teachers are losing their money, and all the parents are losing their teachers. And it's really hard to find that match, that perfect teacher. Like, you've been working with this perfect teacher that is perfect for your kid for so long, and they, you know, they have that relationship. The teacher student relationship is super important to education, to learning, to retaining knowledge in general. A lot of these people have been working with each other for years, and then they're just ripped apart with no way to communicate to each other.
Right.
And, I don't know, like I just felt really bad, and I wanted to help them. And I didn't expect it to grow into a project this big.
Yeah.
There was no like self-motivation. I kind of just got like thrown into it. It wasn't like, oh, I want all the students. Like I said, I don't want to teach. I don't want to teach all those crazy Beijing time hours personally anymore. That's, you know, that's like it, like I will accept some students, but when it started, I had some hate, I guess, from some teachers that had, did you not see that?
I didn't. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I had some hate from some teachers because they had thought that I was doing it to like come and like poach all of the students from them. And like I was called a scammer, and it was kind of crazy. But I think that's all passed. But yeah,
Right.
so the way that it works is I have a spreadsheet. It's in my group. I think, did you link my group in the description box?
I did.
Okay. So if you go
the
on my
ESL
group,
support, let's see.
online
ESL teacher success and support.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you go to that group and you'll look, there is a spreadsheet in there, and I update the spreadsheet multiple times a day. If you are on the spreadsheet, it means that there is a parent that's looking for you.
Okay.
And if you're on the spreadsheet, like you go into the group, you look in the spreadsheet. If there's a parent looking for you, you can message me, you can comment in the group, tag me, whatever, and I will reach out to the parent, and I will get you guys connected.
Cool.
If you're not verified on WeChat, most of the times the parents are able to verify you to get you on WeChat. If not, you can always like Ding Talk. Ding Talk's another one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll have to, that's on my list of videos and things.
So stay tuned. Jillian's gonna have another video coming out on an alternative to WeChat.
Yes. So I've been doing this for like the past couple of weeks, and my to-do list just keeps getting bigger and bigger.
I'm sure.
Like, teachers need this, parents need this, like everybody needs all these things. And like, yeah. So yeah, so you go through and you look on that list and see if your name's in there, and then I will connect you to the parent. If your name's not on there and you want to be contacted easily, I have another list for teachers. They can add their information into the list.
Okay.
And you add your information, you put like your WeChat, your email, if you need to be verified or not, and then let me know like if you want to be contacted before we contact the parent. Because a lot of teachers are like, I'm not teaching anymore, or like, you know, don't give out my information without talking to me first.
Right. You want to make sure it's to who they want.
Yeah. And then when you do fill out that list there, just so you know, like you're not going to be put on like any email list or anything unless you choose to. So like it's not like it's safe.
Yeah.
It started, I had an open spreadsheet. I've closed that one. I had an open spreadsheet where people could just put in their information and edit it like as it went on.
Right.
But I kind of got scared having that information out there, that people would like pull their emails and add them to some marketing list or something without their permission, or a company would be like, we don't like this. They're taking our people, they're taking our teachers, they're taking our customers, and anybody could like go in there and just like delete everything.
Right.
Or, you know, so I changed that, and now it is a Google form that you just fill out your information, and you fill out your information and then it's there. So when a parent looks for you, I go to the spreadsheet that comes up from the Google Forms, and only I can see it. And then that way I have your information to give the parents. So it went from a couple of pictures being searched to an entire process.
Right. Wow.
And we've connected probably about 100 teachers with their parents.
Wow, that's great.
So yeah.
Oh, lots of people are just coming on now. Hey, can you see us and hear us okay? Toxic team, nice to see you here again. Is it Nugent? Win? You have to write your name again. Sorry. Bethany said Louisiana is devastated from hurricane, but taking a moment to listen to your convo. Thanks. Oh, thanks for coming, Bethany. I know I'm really worried about Louisiana. Are you living there, near there? Are you okay? I'm glad you're here just to chat. Probably shouldn't ask you about it because it's probably better that you just have a moment to just talk with some adults and chat here. But
like I need
to chat it up in the chat box. We're here to chat. So Jillian was just talking about connecting teachers and students or parents and teachers from other ESL companies. Now you've been helping, I know Wales and GoGo Kid, pretty much anybody. Are you helping whoever reaches out to you?
Actually, I've had companies that I've never, Beijing English. I now have teachers from Beijing English on the list. I've never even heard of them before.
Yeah. Awesome. Which one?
Beijing. I don't know. It's Beijing.
I don't know.
Like, yeah, I've never heard of them. A lot of teachers from Landy, a lot of teachers from Wales.
Okay.
As soon as another, like, this is kind of what's going to happen. Like, as soon as one school closes,
yeah.
Like, as soon as another school closes, I'm going to end up going through another round of it.
Right.
Like right now, like you have like the parents that are like with Wales, but they're like, oh, I took a class with this teacher before, like a year ago. I want to find them too because I like them. So sometimes I'll get like random things like that with, you know, but for the most part, it's the schools that have closed. There have been some Go-Go Kid ones. I mean, Wales is the big one right now. There have been a couple of Palefish, not very many. As soon as something happens, though, like here, I'll look at my spreadsheet right now.
So Wales totally closed unexpectedly, I think, from like probably bigger than most I know of. How about Palefish? Are they closed now? Or is it kind of like VIP Kid where they're kind of?
I have like 272 people on my Wales list, just for like reference. And I have some of them have been found. I have 132 on my Landy list, which I mean, some of them have been found. Those are probably the biggest ones. So okay, so some quick company updates. You want some quick company updates?
Sure. Always.
So I'm on both sides of it, like the teacher and the parent at this point in time. Like I kind of get both sides. So I have made these announcements in my group as well. So those of you that are in my group, you probably already know this. But Wales English closed, but then they're not totally closed. So they told parents that they were closing, but they were going to be offering other options. And they offered them what they call AI classes, which AI stands for artificial intelligence. And it's not artificial intelligence because it's a legitimate actual teacher teaching a live class. So apparently teachers that are now working for Wales are not real people anymore, but okay. So what they have now,
pre-recorded?
No, they're not they're not pre-recorded. So one of the options that they have for Wales, if I am correct, one of the options that they have for Wales is they have like large group classes where nobody can see each other. I don't know if they stopped those. I have to find out if they stopped those because I think that they changed it. But now they have classes with 4 students and 1 teacher. And the parents in a parents only group that is like safe from the teachers, you know, that I'm in a parents only group, the parents were sharing their feedback on these and they hate them. What it looks like is you have the teacher there and then they can see themselves, but they can't see the other students. It just has the students' names on it. And the teacher is teaching to these students, but in the video, it's very awkward. It looks like it might be a pre-recorded video, but it's not. It's really awkward because I don't think that the teacher can see the students. Like it just feels really awkward. The parents were I'm like watching this as the parents taking the class. They're like, oh, record this. Like, I want to see what happens next. Record it and call him out for being a recording, you know? And she did that. And he was like, I'm not a recording. Like, she's like, oh, yeah. So like, it's, the parents are not happy with whales.
Well,
they
bummer.
basically gave them a choice. They said, you can either be put on a list to maybe be refunded. And none of the parents trust that list because it's not an actual refund. It's like a list. Or
Right.
you can take these AI classes with apparently teachers that are no longer real people because they're called AI classes. And so the parents are basically like, okay, we have to gamble now. We're either going to risk losing these thousands of dollars that we put into these classes and prepaid for one-on-one classes, or take what we can get and not lose anything. So a lot of the parents are being forced into these classes that they're not happy with, and they no longer get to choose their teachers because only a select group of teachers were selected to be robots, to be the AI teachers.
Right.
The fact that they call them AI classes just astounds me because they're not. But so those are the kind of the choices that they have. Landy and ABC 360 are both owned by the same company. And the owner of that company embezzled all the parents' money and ran, and he was caught at the airport. Did you see me post about that last week?
I had heard something about it, probably from you, but.
Okay, yeah. So like if you look at my group, I actually have the actual notice, the actual notice in there. But he got caught at the airport. I think it was like on August 25th, maybe August 23rd. But like last week, he got caught at the airport.
Wow.
And arrested for embezzling all the parents' money. And they can't, they don't think they're going to get it back. And this is the company that owns both Landy and ABC 360. So the parents are losing their money, and the teachers, you know, they don't know if they're going to be paid yet. A lot of the Landy teachers are kind of just like sitting back and waiting
in limbo.
what happens before they connect with their parents on WeChat. So that's kind of why we have a lot of Landy teachers on there right now, because they don't really want to risk losing their jobs. They're kind of waiting to see if they get paid. Palefish has started offering refunds to parents at 50% off. So like 50% refunds. I just got a message about that earlier.
Wow.
VIP Kids stopped doing weekend. So now little by little in September, the weekend classes are going to go away for these companies. So company by company, they're going to shut down the weekend classes. We all know, looking at Go Kid and Wales, how quickly things can shut down, and you know how devastating it can be just, you know, to wake up to something like that.
Something I thought was crazy, sort of crazy, I don't know if I should say that, but VIP Kid is still hiring, because they're offering adult speaking classes now as well. So it's affecting students and kids.
Okay. This is the thing with VIP Kid. I think, okay, so first of all, you have a lot of teachers that are leaving because of this.
Right.
So they're going to need teachers.
Yeah.
My personal prediction on this, I don't think I think there will be industry changes with VIP Kid, but I don't think they're going away. I don't think they're going away.
Yeah.
They were already international. They were already in the international industry. They're already in the markets in different countries. They know what they're doing. They're a really good company as far as like knowing how to do all the things.
They've got some business sense.
Yeah, they know social media. They know social media. A lot of these companies, they don't know how to do social media. Their material is good. From what I've seen, I haven't seen anything where it's like poor English, or, you know, even like the announcement that they have people make, like, Romeo, stop it.
They've had some minor corrections on some slides and things, but
but it's not like you look at Palefish. If anybody wants a laugh, hold on a second. I'm going to pick up this stuff. If anybody wants a laugh,
let me know in the chat. Can you hear us and see us okay?
Okay, or I'm not going to pick up the dog. Okay.
The dog didn't want to be picked up?
It's like crazy over here. So If anybody wants a laugh, you can go over to Palefish's YouTube video and like watch and see. We were looking at this and we're like, oh my goodness, no. But like, you don't see that with a VIP kid. Like they actually take the care, take the consideration into the things that they do. I don't think VIP kid is going away.
Right.
I'm not saying that it's a company that like, I'm not saying that you should put all your eggs in that basket and just sit around and be like, okay, I'm good.
Right.
I do think that you should have a plan B that you're working on and building up just so that you have something just in case. But I think that they're a good company and they know what they're doing and they do care about their teachers. So, and they care about their clients as well. Like, I don't think, and please do not be wrong on this, because I don't want to,
but we're not quoting her is what she's saying.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to, if I'm misquoted on or if I misjudge something, that's fine, but I don't want it to happen to people. But I really don't think that VIP Kid is just going to be like, take the money and run like these other companies. Like, I think that they're a safer company. So as far as them hiring other teachers, I do think that they are projecting growth. And I do think that they are,
they are so well known too. The higher ups, I mean, I think everybody knows where they're at and where they're from. I don't think they could hide or take anything, but I don't think they would either. I mean, just some of the conferences we've had and the way they are with people and us teachers, but that's just my personal opinion. I know everyone's got an opinion, so you can comment down below. Be kind to me, at least, and to Jillian.
VIP Kid is probably, if I had to pick one ESL company that's, you know, located in China that's going to survive, it would be VIP Kid. I don't like, I mean, Magic Ears has been pretty good with their teachers too, with communicating and everything. I really do think like VIP Kid has already been in the international market, and I think that, you know, they know non-Chinese social media enough to get it done, I think.
Cool. All right, well, let's take a look at some of the other things you have going on. All right, you've got a YouTube channel and it's under her name, Jillian Shanahan. It's linked below. You've got great teacher resources on there, great company information on there, and I don't know, anything else you want to say about your YouTube channel?
Well, I'm gonna have we're gonna be back on my YouTube channel after we're here, so come check us over there. We're gonna talk about Kid Pass. Yeah, so I'm always up to the shift in my, okay, where am I gonna start here? My YouTube channel started as a way, I was a mentor for Palefish, and like I said, the group chat, I just got really sick of repeating myself, saying the same thing in a group chat. Like, YouTube, I'm starting a YouTube channel and I will start mentoring people on YouTube. So that way, instead of repeating something, it's drop a link.
Right.
And that's how my YouTube channel started. And then I kind of got into it. Like, I love teaching. I love kids. I especially love like the little kids that a lot of people don't like to teach, like the ones that come into class drinking a bottle of milk, and you know, and don't want to look at you. Like, those are my favorite. That's like my niche, I guess, is like
little.
Yeah. Oh, I love them. I mean,
I had a 2-year-old once and he was a smart little cookie.
Oh, I miss my little kids. Like, there were some little kids that I knew from when they were 2 to like when they started preschool, and it's like, or, you know, and like when they started kindergarten or whatever. And it's like I watched them go from no English to like, hey, this is my owl. My owl likes to eat bananas. I actually have a video. The mom gave me permission. I got a video of that little girl on there.
I like your video of the little girl copying your intro video or something. That was so cute.
Yeah, that's an older one. That's an older one.
That's super cute though.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's how my YouTube channel started. And then I kind of just like, the shift for my YouTube has always been helping teachers because of that. And I think that's always what it's going to be, is I love teaching, but I also love helping other teachers. it gives me a really special feeling when I get something like, hey, you helped me get hired, or hey, you helped me go from like not having any bookings to being fully booked, and like, you know, you did this for my family. And it's like, well, I didn't do that, but I gave you like the resources to do it. And that makes me feel really good. And it's a little devastating to me now that I'm not getting those messages anymore. Like, it's like, you know, like now the messages that I'm getting is like, I need help. So the focus on my channel now, I have a ton of videos that are coming up I have a WeChat tutorial. I have things like, I have a ton of things that I've got to do.
Right.
But the focus on my YouTube is now going to shift a little bit more towards like independent teaching and other teaching options outside of China, because that's what people need. So if you're, I try, like my YouTube will try to stay current. So it's what people need is what I'm going to give you guys on there.
Excellent. All right. MyCoolClass. Okay.
So MyCoolClass it's not something that's for everybody. So, and I'm not going to, like, I don't get a referral bonus for it or anything, but I do think that it's a really cool option that is out there. I found out about it. My friend Jen sent me a link about it in, I think, January, maybe December. And they were just starting it up. They were like getting the wheels rolling on it. And she sent me the link like 3 times and I ignored it. She's one of my best friends, but I ignored it because I was like, I don't know. I get these links.
What is she trying to get me into now?
Yeah, I was like, she's like, oh, check this out. I'm just like, another company, you know. And then she's like, Jillian, check this out. Seriously. So I go to it and I read it. And I'm like, the first thing that sticks out is benefits, paid time off. So not like all the benefits, but paid time off. And I was like, hold on a second. This is different. Let me look at this.
Yeah.
So I started reading through it and I'm like, okay, this is way different. Contacted at the time, the people that started it were actually teachers on Palefish. So 2 out of the 3 co-founders were teachers on Palefish. And they were like anonymous because they wanted to save their jobs. They still needed, they're growing this company, but they needed money to be able to put into it and to feed their family. So they were anonymous. So I messaged them and I said, I know that you guys want to stay anonymous. I will not mention your names on my channel. I won't I won't say anything, but I would love to have a talk with you so that I can know about this, because I think that people need to know about it. So I get on the call with one of the co-founders and we talked about it. I was amazed right from the get-go. And like, I wanted to know everything about it. It's totally different. And a little bit later, they invited me to be their company trainer to make their training programs. So that's what I'm doing right now. Again, I don't get anything from like telling people to join. And if you don't want to join, you don't want to join. I don't care. Like everything, there's no one fit that's for every year. The way MyCoolClass is different is it is not a company. It is a cooperative. So like you have VIP Kid that is backed by investors. So like Tencent puts money into it, and then Tencent owns a percentage of the company. So when VIP Kid wants to do something, they have to pass it through the other owners, right? Or the investors will come and they're going to say, you guys are going to cut pay. You guys are going to do this. You're going to change the pay structures. You guys have to do this because we want the money that we put into it. We want our investment back. So that's kind of the problem that you have with these other companies. The way a cooperative works is it's actually owned by the teachers. So it is run a little bit differently as far as that's concerned. So with any cooperative, you have a membership that you have to pay. So you do have to pay to teach on the platform. It depends on where you live. I think the max is about like $35 a year to pay to be on it. And then it's 19% of what you make goes back into the cooperative. Part of that 19% goes to your paid days off. Part of it goes into like advertising to grow the platform. Part of it, like it goes to different like operating costs and everything. And then it also goes to like, you get a share in the company. So every teacher has an equal voice. Now, once they start like having say this grows, which I think it will. I mean, it's especially now out there like that, and it's amazing. But once this starts growing, those shares aren't going to be like $35 anymore. Those shares, or whatever they are, those shares are going to be a lot, like worth a lot more. And then they'll have this big, chunk of cash, right? The big chunk of cash that would usually go to like the investors is going to go back to the teachers. Now, the teachers get to vote on it. Where does that money go? Does it go back into the company to grow the company and grow your bookings? Is it going to go back? Like, are you going to get like a paycheck? Are you going to get like a paycheck? Are you going to reinvest your shares? Like, what are you going to do with that? So it's a lot different than these other companies, but it's really cool. They have so many options are coming to it. It's kind of simple right now, where you go in there and you can teach your classes on there. They do accept WeChat and Alipay. So if you're stuck, if you have independent teacher or independent students, it's not a bad idea to pull them over to the platform, because you can, get paid that way. Grow the platform, teachers helping teachers. You can teach anything you want to on it.
Excellent.
Pretty much. So if you want to teach like Turkish or Chinese or Italian or dancing or art or anything, and you could teach adults. So,
so it's kids and adults. Is that what you said?
Yeah. You could teach pretty much anything that you wanted to teach. It's kind of like Teachable meets OutSchool and VIP Kid. They will, right now you make your own lessons. They will have, coming in the future, something that's more along the lines of like VIP Kid or Palfish or Magic Ears, where the curriculum is already set. And the price is already set. So right now you set your own price, and that will never go away, right? That side will never go away. But then you also have the slides that they will have, and those will be sold for a certain price. Like, every teacher will get paid the same price, and it will be actual curriculum that you can teach from. It will be in everything, not just ESL, and teachers will create the curriculum. So then say you go ahead and you make, with the design team, you create a course on pre-K ESL. All right. Now, every time that is sold, every time that course is taught, you will get a royalty from it.
That's cool.
So you're also going in the future, going to be able to be making money off of helping other teachers. Like, you'll be able to make that, residual income off of it.
Right. So speaking of teachers making curriculum, you also have started a teacher marketplace.
Okay, this was started last year when I started working for OutSchool. This was started last year.
I remember you picking a name and everything for this.
Yeah, a lot of thought went into this, and then I don't know. I decided I put it on the back burner. I don't know why. I wish I hadn't. In hindsight, I'm like, why? So I started working for OutSchool, and I saw that one of the problems that a lot of teachers were having, they didn't know how to make their own classes.
Right.
And those that were making their own classes, they were afraid, or they were actually violating copyright laws or the fair use laws. Yeah. And people were afraid of lawsuits, because when you teach your own curriculum, if you teach your own classes and you're using somebody else's stuff, they can go after you. And the fair use law is very sketchy. It's not black and white. There's
wishy-washy.
So like the fair use law, it's not black and white. It's kind of like, you've got black, you've got white, they mix up into like a gray here, and if like you're in this area, you can go to court and maybe win, maybe lose. Everything, there is no like, you drive over the speed limit and you can get a ticket. There's nothing like that. It's kind of like giving you a speed limit range of like somewhere between 30 and 60.
But we might call you out on the 30.
And if we decide, the person that's pulling you over, and like the judge decides that like 45 was too much in the circumstances, then he can send you to jail. Like, that's kind of what the fair use law is. It's up to the judge to make the decision based on no black and white laws.
Right. I get asked that a lot too about copyright, and his kid passed the same as OutSchool for a copyright. And I just keep telling people, like, this is not an OutSchool thing. This is a copyright law. Like, it's not OutSchool saying you can't use somebody else's materials, it is a law that you can't use everybody else's materials without permission. So everything you see on mine, especially because I'm a rule follower, has all been through the publisher because I'm a chicken.
Yes, I will not go ahead and do that. So that's why last year, well, hold on. So like I want to tell you a quick Disney story. So Disney's a really big one. They are obviously very popular with children. They have been since way before I was born. And their characters are very well known internationally. You show Elsa to any kid anywhere in the world, they're probably going to know who she is.
Yeah.
So a lot of teachers want to use things like that because the kids can relate to it and they can have fun with it. Disney is one that you really, really, really want to stay away from. Yes. Disney does not play around. They will make an example out of people. There was a couple, a poor couple, if I remember correctly, that lived in Florida, and they decided they were going to do children's parties, and they were going to dress up as like Mickey and I think it was like Goofy or something, or Donald Duck. It was Mickey and Donald Duck, and they bought these like cheap costumes off of like some Chinese website. And they started doing these kids parties, and they weren't making a ton of money off of it. But the company, like Disney, went after them. They're like, you can't do this. There was a school that had a preschool, I think it was, that had painted a mural in their wall. So they just painted it on their wall that had Disney characters on it. And I know I've seen that in my school lunchroom when I was a kid. We had stuff like that. They used to do that stuff all the time. Disney went after them when they found it out, when they found out that they're doing that. So like
that's weird because they're not making any money off of that. Like that just sounds.
They're not making any money off of it.
You think that would be free advertising for them?
But does this need free advertising? The way that they're looking at it is they when they take it into court, they say you're making it seem like we're affiliated with you and you're using our name to like promote yourself, and that's not the case. That's not that's not how it works. So any company can like go after anybody for anything really, and chances are you probably don't have a lawyer that's going to beat Disney. And chances are, even if you're making $80 an hour on OutSchool, or $100 an hour or $120 an hour, you're not going to be able to afford to fight Disney. And it's not worth the risk. So a lot of teachers were trying to figure out how to do this, like even reading books in class, even like Teachers Pay Teachers it's not geared for online teachers. Teachers Pay Teachers is geared for brick and mortar schools. And a lot of the things do not apply to online teachers. You can't find the materials you want on there. And even if you can, they're like, you're not allowed to use them for profit unless the seller specifically says. And then last year I saw last year when OutSchool was growing, some Teachers Pay Teachers sellers were saying, yes, you can use it in your OutSchool classes. And then they revoked that permission. And they said, you need, like after the things were bought, they said, no, you need to stop making money off my stuff. And so then I realized that there was a need with all of this going on. There was a need for something that online teachers could safely use. You have to make your own curriculum. A lot of us don't want to take the time to make your own curriculum. A lot of people don't have the skills to make the curriculum, or they don't want to take the time to learn because teaching is what they want to do, not graphic design. So that's why I had created Quality Teachers, and it's made for online teachers. It's the first platform out there that's made for online teachers where they can sell and buy curriculum. It's just like an open marketplace, like so. And anybody that sells on it, when they sell on it in their contract, it says that they're giving the buyer permission you can't redistribute it. You can't like buy it and give it to other teachers, but they're giving the buyer permission to use it in their own online classes and make profit off of it. So everything is teacher created. I have, was James Baker one that you sent me? No, he wasn't. No. There's like James Baker. I think his name is James Baker. He's the author of the Pizza Panda books, and I have I have a couple of authors on there that have put their books on there as well. So there's like ebook downloads that you can get on there that you already have permission for, and now I kind of like, I got really into it. I registered the company. It's all legit and legal and everything was all set up. And then I kind of sat on it and now I'm seeing it again. And I'm like, why did I do that? Teachers need this now. So
Right.
I'd like to all, like, if you have curriculum, I would invite you to sell it there. You get a larger percentage commission on your own products than you would from Teachers Pay Teachers or Etsy. There's no like membership fee. I'm pretty sure with Teachers Pay Teachers, there's a membership fee to sell too.
I don't know.
But I just wanted something out there that like,
Yeah.
you know, so I've got people that are like putting their slides up now so you can have slides. And
Oh, fun. Very good.
I have I have put a couple of my escape rooms that I've used up there. Some of the classes that I've made, I've put up there too. So.
Oh, I want to check out escape rooms.
Yeah.
I think that would be cool. Super fun. So what do we have upcoming? We are headed to your channel in about what, 20 minutes? Is it 10 o'clock? Did we decide or?
Well, 10 o'clock for your time. So 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So yeah. Yeah. We're going to talk about Kid Pass. I can't see the comments because you're not on StreamYard.
It's been pretty quiet over here. I keep wondering if it's working because normally Thursdays are booming. And I wrote like, can you hear us okay and everything? And I haven't heard anything. So okay. I'm going to watch this back and we might have to redo this one. I don't know.
Well, if anybody has any questions and this is actually working,
right?
I actually had that happen to me before where my live comments weren't showing. And then afterwards, everybody was like, how come you weren't responding to me? So maybe something's like,
because it shows 21 playbacks.
Oh, I don't know.
So,
if anybody has any comments, jump in the group there.
Or just say hi. So I know.
Yeah. Even if you're watching the playback. Or
whatever. JJ, thank you. I appreciate it.
So somebody is here. They're just being quiet.
That's funny. Awesome. So if you have any questions, let us know. You can put them underneath this video as well, and I'll get them out to Jillian if I can't answer it for you. But yeah, up next, head over to Jillian Shanahan's channel. I spell her name wrong all the time, and it still comes up for me.
Shanna, there's no double letters.
It's all A's. I always want to put an E.
Shanahan.
So hop over to her channel in about 15 minutes after I make a cup of coffee and we will chat about Kid Pass. Have to watch replay because just hopped on. Yeah, this is one of those videos I probably should put timestamps, but I've never done that before. But at the beginning, we talked about parents and students and connecting. And we talked a little bit about our channel and MyCoolClass. And what did we just end with? Oh, the marketplace. There's lots to listen to. So
I love coming on your channel. I feel like we vibe well. Like, yeah. Yes, I love it.
We never run out of things to say. We're always talking. It's such an easy conversation. I try to explain that. Sometimes you can tell in my videos, sometimes I'm like, yeah, we talk. And then other times I'm like, okay, who do I say next? What do I do?
Yeah, I've had that before where I've done like interviews on someone's channel and it's like, it's kind of like awkward. I love
you probably can't, I'm not going to call anything out, but because there's 300 interviews already on my channel, I think. So you'd have to go searching for them, but. All right, Jillian, well, let's chat on your channel in about 15 minutes. Sound good?
All right, I will see you then.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much.
Romeo, by the way.
Oh my goodness, so cute.
He's 6 months old. He's huge, isn't he? Aww. Like all 5 pounds of him.
You what?
I like all 5 pounds of him.
Mine is a year and he's like humongous. Well, you've seen Goliath.
Yeah.
Hey, James, thanks for coming. We're just saying goodbye. We're going to head to Jillian's channel. I don't know if you've been on to Jillian's channel before. It's Jillian Shanahan. And, oh, we have more friends here. Hey.
And now everybody's coming.
So, James, we're going to head to her channel and talk about Kid Pass. We've got some news from Kid Pass. And, yeah, super excited. JJ said, yes, just connected with you recently, Casey. I'm finally getting downtime to review because I need to work from home. Thank you for all your helpful content. Excited to learn more and dig in. Awesome, JJ. Reach out to me if you have questions or need help. I'm casey.oswald@gmail.com. So
And if
KASIE.
you're just coming in, if people are just coming in, you're going to want to, like, after you hear her talk about Kid Pass on my channel, come back to her channel at some point in time and watch this video, because
watch it. Yeah, we have a blast.
Kind of like brain dumped everything on you. Like, we talked about what's happening with the companies, what's going on, like it was a massive nonstop brain dump for 45 minutes.
It's so much easier for me to be in this chair than to go on her channel and be the reverse, because I feel like I can interview well, but I'm not the best interviewee. So
you're fine.
Jillian's got her work cut out for her. I get so nervous when people ask me questions.
Well, especially, actually, I know like nothing about Kid Pass, so this is going to be fun. So you're in the hot seat. You're going to be in the hot seat here.
Hopefully I can come up with all the answers for you, but all right, everyone. You know me, you know this channel. We just chat. So we'll talk to you all soon. See you on Jillian's channel in 15 minutes.
Yep.
Bye.
See you guys.